Let's be real again, as usual. Your ability to get bigger, leaner, thinner, or even just not look like a retired bag of mashed potatoes isn't just about your training program. It's very largely about who you are as a person as well. Mindset and habits, that's what the popular knowledge now is. I'm very happy about it. It's about your natural tendencies. It's about your default mode when life gets busy, motivation dies. It's like a frustrating, tough phase at work perhaps, and you have to then decide, hit the gym or lay on your couch. Some people in these regards, they're practically indestructible and built to succeed from a fitness point of view. And others on the other end of the spectrum could be starting from Monday, since Modi ji launched their Ab Ki Baar wala slogan. So today in this video, we are ranking fitness personality types from almost guaranteed to succeed to statistically more likely be abducted by an alien than even come closer to their goals. And if you find yourself in any of the slightly bad boxes, don't panic. This is exactly the point. It's perspective, it's reflection, and I will show you how you can literally climb this ladder that it is, all of these personality types, and keep upgrading yourself over time. Let's start with the top tier, the S tier, with a 95% success rate and identifiers like they're most likely engineers, analysts, people in consulting, people with super high devotion to work, technicality and problem solving, and like a variable obsession even outside the gym, maybe largely outside the gym, and then they bring the same thing to the gym stuff and fitness stuff. Why the data obsession? Because someone wise once said data is life, results are data, and therefore results are life. Now, who is this, or is this you? So this personality type, which is the engineer, analyst or consultant, also known as the person who turns fitness into a spreadsheet fueled science project, you would be this person for sure if you can tick these three boxes or major green flags from a fitness perspective. You might not be the person fully, but even if you can pick a few things, pat yourselves on the back. Number one, they log everything religiously: calories, macros, steps, workouts, HRV, sleep cycles, maybe even bowel movements, no judgment. Number two, they tweak their plan like a Formula 1 team adjusts a car mid-race. They never quit. Number three, because they know what progress is, it's just a matter of refining variables and being at it, and they're obsessed with the process and the variables itself. Now, do they have any downsides or potential red flags? Yep. They will spend 3 weeks debating whether they should add 5 grams of carbs or not. The technical and data obsession is bloody amazing and all upsides, but without technical context and decently enough knowledge, which they might not always have in the fitness context, it could mean that you are taking your obsession and good stuff to inflate the not so important variables while crunching them numbers. The one advice for them would be, bro, your plan is already perfect, your approach is perfect, just execute, be satisfied, and just keep doubling down. Here's a quick example of like this exact specific thing, which is I once had a client. It was a technical person. He logged everything, every single thing for 3 years straight, and also had his own spreadsheets on top of me having a whole ass coaching app with everything in one place, graphs and everything. This person lost more than 35 lbs in the initial 12 weeks itself, or the first phase that we had, because he literally never let himself hope or wish, just tracked, adjusted, executed, doubled down, and communicated really well. Top tier for sure. Moving on to the A tier, which is the second one on the ladder in a descending order. I'd like to call this personality type as the grinder, with a 85% success rate in my opinion, with the few traits that we are about to talk about. The motto for this person or personality type would be, if you feel like trash, just go harder. If you can relate to this, end of day or end of a super busy week. Now, just a few identifiers. This person is all about hustling, big plans, always on, overachiever or like really high achiever outside of the gym stuff. and at the gym and like for fitness stuff, they don't need perfect macros, they don't need the right music, they don't need motivation or vibes to just deliver day after day. They show up, they do the damn work, no matter what. Here's a few green flags. First one, they don't care if they feel like garbage. They train anyway. Maybe not a green flag, but largely yes. 2, they hit their diet because they committed and not because they feel like it. 3, they outlast everyone when it comes to consistency. And quickly onto the downsides. You might have guessed it, they overdo almost everything and refuse to take rest or rest days or plan that, and very often just get obsessed with the more tangible and intense variable than what's actually important for them maybe, which is like logging calories or hitting their protein intake or not skipping meals, because to them listening to your body and specific variables that don't scream effort is for the weak, or they just can't sit still, which is how their therapist should describe them, but they won't, because therapy would mean a mindful slow hour spent on not working and hustling and talking about yourself. Now, the best advice, if you're this person, stop training like you have a death wish. More isn't better, smarter is better, and reflecting and resyncing with your most important individual variables, seeing it for what it is super duper important. You want to get aggressively better at this, like the other stuff outside of like gym and fitness, pay attention to your individual variables well, not just the effort. Examples would be a bunch of my consulting clients who fall into this grinder personality type, who grind for 70-hour work weeks and still try to train around 5-6 hours a week very hard, be active over the weekend like they're in prep for Mr. Olympia. The drive is insane, but so is the burnout and lack of or like oversight over their specific variables that needs more focus. Onto the B tier, the I lift but I have a life personality type with a 70% success rate, or speed rather. Balance bro would be the mantra. This is a person who trains hard but wouldn't be too obsessed. Some green flags, they track food but they don't stress over random outside meals, just adjust it later. They train 4 to 5 times a week but won't die if they miss a session. They stay in good shape for life because they avoid extremes, but it's good shape. It's not like good shape. Now the downside here, they don't push for progress and often lose sight of the important variables and long-term vision for extended periods of time, which means they don't just want to stay in good shape and not get better over time. It's just what's happening, not by choice. They're consistent, but they're too comfortable to easily stagnate for long periods and feel it all at once. Best advice to them and to myself, you don't have to be extreme, but you do need progression when, you need progression. And lose sight of the fact, progression, feel good, and then comfort and satisfaction are cyclical. It has to kind of go around. You have to push yourself. Now the D tier, which is the motivation junkie with perhaps a 30% success rate towards the goals. For now, the motto here would be, this time I'm really doing it. Now, who would this be? This one might hurt. This is a person who goes hard for like 6 weeks and then disappears for 3 months. They work hard when they're motivated. That's the only trait I can describe in this one. And the motivation always dies, obviously. And then they go to the gym, and that happens about twice a year. So the one best advice for this personality type with like a very low success rate would be, you don't need motivation. You need habits. You need to firstly identify them, and the only way to then build them in a consistent fashion would be to build an unhealthy obsession and just mad behind making these habits stupidly easy and accessible, or maybe even the opposite, like not having like a favorite snack around when you have a stressful work week, or just carrying base gym clothes to work so that you just make it to the gym directly after work. A real life example, most people who DM me after New Year's, summer, after seeing some XYZ person or friend, I mean, some of it is okay, good inspiration, but yeah, the reason should be more personal. Moving on, the last tier, which is the hell tier, which is the shortcut seeker personality type with a 1% success rate. Yes, that is it. What's the best supplement for muscle growth is the motto, and a few traits. This would be a person who would buy fat burners and detox teas, but has never tracked food in a good way, in a sound way, or even watched one video about it. Second, they watch Get Abs in 2 weeks videos scary in this day and age. Third, never stuck to a diet or training plan for longer than a month. Downside, I don't even have to outline it, but this is just someone refusing to do the work, or this is someone who's like too narcissistic to assume that if there were actual hacks, there are always people way smarter than us and they would have done it and done it really well, and it could have broke the internet and everyone must be doing it by now. Or they're just very new and excited, which is a lot of people. And their algorithm is unfortunately whack due to friends who fall into this tier and are into bad influencers. One best advice for this kind of a personality would be there's no red pill or blue pill. Stop wasting your time. Start now, go hard, and reevaluate in 6 months. Now, how to upgrade your personality type, no matter where you are, no judgment, and learn from all of the others. Very funny because I did judge a few times, but yeah, no judgment. All of these personality types come with cons, but it also means those cons come from coping tactics that someone else could use. Let me illustrate that. Number 1, if you're a grinder, chill out and train smarter, which means basically learn from both the type 1, which is the top tier analyst who has sight on the right stuff and is tracked as, and type 3 who knows life happens and fitness can take a back seat, but in a planned fashion. Learn from them both, get a bit more of a balance, and you'll be grand. Number 2, if you're an overthinker, stop researching and start training or executing habits. The perfect moment or the perfect situation or perfect anything has been proven many times over to be a fallacy and insanely misleading. There's no perfect moment or perfect thing to get you 10x the result if you just get it right before starting. Pick broader good choices and double down on execution. Learn from the grinder personality for this. Just show up no matter what. Now, if you're a motivation junkie, build habits, not hype. And how do you do it? By learning and repeating at least 4 dozen times the same thing. And how do you do that? You can learn from the over-analytical people here and over-analyze how you can make your habits, like making to the gym right after work or not missing that one lunch meal, so stupidly easy that motivation will shy away from the situation and it will be you behind the wheel, not something external or something that you can justify excuses to yourself and then regret about. If you're a shortcut seeker, one of the lower personality types on the scale, stop looking for hacks and accept the fact that there is absolutely no hack that allows skipping the initial 6 months to 2 years of proper sweat and little earnings by default. Or if you want the real shortcut, take 6 months of consistent execution and learnings from amazing sources and credible sources, as well as being obsessed with reasoning around every single thing someone suggests you to do, which is pretty much the opposite of the personality that you might have right now, but that's what it takes. It's obsession on focus to the variables than some shortcuts people are selling. Your personality type matters more than any other workout plan ever will overall. So not sorry to interrupt, but if this video was hurtful in any small way, or if you could relate to any small negative thing, it was probably accurate and I'm not sorry about it.